Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about a new palette release at the drugstore. It is from Maybelline. It's called the Burgundy Bar. If you want to find out whether or not this palette is worth it, make sure you keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I was wandering the aisles of Shoppers Drug Mart not too long ago and I noticed a bunch of new makeup displays. There was some new stuff from L'Oreal and then I saw a big display from Maybelline and it included this Burgundy Bar palette. Shoppers does bring in a lot of new release makeup items relatively quickly, but the one gripe that I have with this store is that it is very expensive. They are getting a little too high up there in price, especially for a lot of the drugstore items. This palette here was marked at $18.99 Canadian, and for a drugstore palette that is very, very expensive. Luckily, Shoppers Drug Mart does have a loyalty points program, and so I used a bunch of points to get $10 off this palette, so I did spend $8.99 on it. When I saw this sitting on the display, I was immediately drawn towards it. The tones are so calling my name. You've got purples, some burgundies, beautiful golds and bronzes. Like this right here, you cannot go wrong. It's a good staple palette. I like the packaging of this palette. It is plastic. I like that it's got a clear lid here so you can see exactly what colors you're working with. It's relatively easy to open. You've got all of your eyeshadow sitting in here. It also came with an applicator. I really don't like this applicator. It's got a strange sort of sponge tip over here and this weird short-haired flat sort of straight brush, which I'll never end up using. I'll let that go to the garbage. And then of course you've got all of your eyeshadows. And for those of us who are not able to afford some higher end palettes, this one does actually remind me a little bit of the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think the tones are rather similar, except of course, you know, Anastasia does have more matte tones. The only problem I really have with this palette is that everything is a shimmer color here, and then you only have two complementary matte colors. In most cases, that's not a bad thing, but this isn't a one and done palette. I feel like you need a complementary one. I'm not a big fan of putting shimmers in my crease as a transition color. I did use both of these matte colors on my eyes today, so I know they work really, really well, but I needed something a little bit more mid-tone to sort of go into my crease before I could begin the halo eye that I've created. And of course, everything that I'm wearing on my eyes today, aside from a few transition colors, is from this palette. This formula is unreal. It is so creamy, so buttery, very, very pigmented, and it blends out beautifully. I really love this burgundy color here. It is what I have all over my lids. It's just such a beautiful metallic color. It's got a hint of almost goldish green glitter in it, and I do see some purple and pink glitter in there too. Love, love, love it. And are you ready for this? No fallout anywhere. Another color that I really enjoy is this beautiful purple one over here. Oh, I love how soft it is. That is just another gorgeous, gorgeous color. This beautiful gold right over here. Super pigmented and absolutely stunning on the lids. It is what I put down as the base of the halo in the middle. And I'll even take a little bit on my finger right now and just go over top of it, just so you guys can see how insanely pigmented it is. Just beautiful all over the lid. This beautiful glitter over here is also gorgeous to just put on top if you want an extra kick of color, and then boom, your eyes are gonna shine and NASA is gonna be able to locate you no matter where you are on this planet. Something else that's really cool about this palette, and I love this design feature about it, is that everything is sort of grouped together so that you can create different looks. So for example, you've got quads over here in the middle And on the side, you've also got trios, so you can use all of these colors going across, or you can also use them as duos. So you can just use each of these colors here paired individually. So this is a very user-friendly palette, which again is right up my alley. Legit, Maybelline has made this completely foolproof. On the back, they do have all of the numbers for how all of the quads, the trios, and the duos work, like I was saying, and everything is also labeled. So everything is marked numbers 1 through 4, and it tells you exactly where you need to apply those colors. So if you're not quite sure how to create a look using all of these colors, you can just follow the number scheme and you'll be good to go. I expect most drugstore palettes to be made overseas, in particular in Asia, usually China, Korea, Taiwan. They have a lot of great factories that produce amazing cosmetics, but this palette here is actually made in Italy. Oh, that came as a bit of a surprise for me. I actually wonder if it's the same lab that Huda Beauty uses for a lot of her products. On the back, it does say this palette is good for 24 months and it contains 9.6 grams of product, so you actually have quite a bit of eyeshadow to work with. I highly recommend this palette. If you see it, pick it up. You will not be disappointed. I also did see this at Walmart. I think it was yesterday or the other day when I was there to do some grocery shopping, and it was around the $15 price point over there, so a little less expensive than what it was at the previous store. So if you want to save a little bit of money, Walmart might be a great option. I know Walgreens will probably carry this, as will CVS and probably Rite Aid. And of course, the glorious and mighty Ulta. I think this is a great palette, something you should certainly have in your collection if you are able to. It's going to be sitting top shelf for me, so of course, 2 thumbs up. And that's it for this review. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. You can also connect with me on all of my social media. I am on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, and I'm gonna make sure to link everything for you in the description box below. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you are all having an amazing day, no matter where you are in the world. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.